Hello wonderful people and welcome to my tutorial for today. I should say it's been a long while. I hope you guys are doing wonderfully well. Thank you for being here with me, and if you are new to this channel, please don't leave without hitting the red icon to subscribe and also touching the notification bell. All right, I love you guys sincerely from my heart. Today we are going to be making a high waist circle skirt with stones all over the body, okay? And I'll be using this fabric for it. It's actually one piece of Ankara fabric, that is 6 yards. All right, let's just get started. Okay, so here we go for our circle skirt. First, you fold into two. I'm going to be cutting the front first of all, and you can control as wide as the lower part of your skirt should be by just moving this way. If you keep moving, it means it's going to be wider. Okay, but for a full drape, if you're making this kind of circle skirt, and you want a full drape with a fuller hemline, all you need to do is pick it from one end like this, take it to the selvage area. All right, so you see the way I did it. This place becomes your starting point, your waistline area. All right, all you need to do is just to measure the length. Now the attachment will now be here. You see, this one is shorter. I hope you see it. So you have to be joining at this one to get to your desired length. But I don't want a very full drape, okay? And I don't want it so full at the hemline area because I'll be putting stones all over the design. If it becomes so full, it's a lot of work for me. All right? But if you want it full, you do it this way. Okay. So I think this is okay. Now this is going to be our starting point. Also, if you like, you can use a straight line. If you like, you can use a curved line. I prefer using a curved line because it comes out better. Okay, so I'll be using this curved line as against the straight line. Okay, now the length of our skirt is 48, but because it's going to have a waistband of about 3 inches, we're going to be subtracting the 3 inches from our length of skirt. So now it's going to be 45, and I'll be adding 1 inch extra for seam allowance. So I'm measuring 46 inches. All right, and then our waist is 38 inches divided into 4 will give us 9.5. You see the way I also curved my tape. It's not straight. Assuming my line is straight, my tape will have to be straight, but since I'm using a slightly curved line, I'll need to bend my tape following the line. So this is 9.5, and then just 1 inch sewing allowance, which leaves us at the selvage. Okay. I'm supposed to draw a line, but no need for that because it is already at the selvage. All I need to do is cut it out. Also remember, the one under is not long enough. We'll have to cut to augment it. And then in one of my videos, someone said I didn't show how I did it. I'm going to be showing it here. I thought it was very simple. I didn't know I needed to show it also. Okay. I'll need to check whether this one will be enough for it. Okay. You make sure the sides are corresponding so you don't end up cutting front for back. Okay. Okay, so now they are equal, but I'll still need to trim this excess here. Okay, I hope you see it. So we now have a complete skirt front. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use my pin to hold it fast against each other. And then I'll be using this one to cut the back panels. All I need to do is to just lay this one on top of a fabric that is spread out. You decide how many inches zip allowance you want to give. I'll be using 1.5 inches zipper allowance. Okay, so this is 1.5 inches zipper allowance, and then I'll just cut it out, following the shape of the skirt front. Okay, now with this back skirt panel, I'm going to cut the remaining one. You know it's usually 2, so I'll still spread my fabric again, lay this one on it, and then cut the remaining side. Okay, now I've neatly spread it out. I'll just cut also. Please, in doing this, you be careful so that you don't end up cutting one side. Okay, you see I placed it front back against back, I mean the wrong side looking at the wrong side. Okay, this is the right side, this is the right side. Okay, so now as for the band, the waist of our skirt is 38. I added 1.5 inches at the back for seam allowance. So if you add all together, it's going to give us 41. Now this fabric is on fold already. Okay, and I said our band is 3 inches. Now if we fold it, it's 3 inches, but if it's not on fold, it's going to be 6 inches. I'll be adding 1 inch extra for the sewing, so I'll be marking 7 inches. Okay, so this is 7 inches width. As for the length, 41. When it is on fold, I'll be marking 21, which will give us 42. Okay, all right, so this now is our band. If you have an interlining, you can use it to line the band first of all before folding it together. Okay, so this now is our band. If you have an interlining, you place it here before you fold it and sew it. Okay, now I'll proceed to cut the lining for our skirt and then line it properly. Okay, so I've stitched my lining to my fabric. This is the first one. I mean the hemline, the lower part of our skirt. I've done it. Then you will need to open the line, separate the lining from the fabric like this, and still top stitch. This is to prevent this lining from, extending out to be seen. Okay, so once you do it, once you top stitch it, you are well assured that this lining is now firmly held. So you will top stitch as you separate your lining away from your fabric like this. You still sew on top of it to hold the lining frame, and when you are done, it should give you something like this. You can see the second stitch. This is the top stitching, so that when you turn it over and fold, it is firmly held. I'm going to do so in all of them. After that, I will now close the sides. Okay, so the lining has been completed, as you can see it. Next is to leave about 5 inches from this waistline area, and then leave about 1 inch. Remember, our zip allowance was 1.5, but after the lining it should be left with 1 inch or thereabout, about 1 or 1/4 inch. And then from this 5 inches we close it all the way down to the hemline. I hope you get me. From this place, I have to close it all the way down to the hemline. Okay, so with this concluded now, the next thing will be to join the front and the back panels together using the body measurements. So I'll just go over to my machine and close up the two sides using the body measurement. I'll use my pin to fasten this zipper area. Remember, we've not inserted the zip, and we're going to be doing that after we've inserted the band. The zip is going to be the last thing we put. Okay, so I'll go to the machine, close up the two sides using the waist measurement. Okay, we're almost done with it. Now you see I've closed it up at the two sides. We'll now insert our band. All you need to do is work from the inside. You put your band, you sew it around the waistline area. Okay, as you've inserted it, you sew it around the waist area. There's another way. If you like, you can close this place up. Okay, I will do it and show you. Let me close it up first of all. Okay, so now I've closed it up. All right, if you want to use this method, it ensures that you don't have any rough edge at both ends. It means you are going to cut the exact of the circumference you have here on this band. Okay, so that you close one end up, you close the other end up, and you insert it like this. I hope you see what I'm doing. Okay, this is where the two met. You make sure they are at the same level with the waist of the skirt, and then you sew it all the way round. Okay, so I'll go to my machine now and do just that. I'll sew it all the way around the waist circumference. All right, so as you can see, I've attached it first. So I will still need to, it was just one of the two folded sides I attached. So I will now turn it and fold it in using the 1/2 inch I made available when I was cutting it. I hope you still remember. Okay, you see it. So I will now sew on top of it using the 1/2 inch. That way we have a very neat edge at each ends. Okay, now with it done, you can see how neat it is. I hope you see it. So the next thing will be to just insert my zip. I will just make my stitch and cut off the excess. Okay, so this is how I'm going to be putting the stones. I have to follow the patterns on the fabric. So you see, it's going to be a very big work. That's why I didn't want my skirts very wide, so that I don't have much work to do. You can actually use a steam machine to do it. There's a machine that can also stone, but still it needs human beings to put the stones on the fabric. Okay, but I wouldn't want to take this one there because I don't think they will give me exactly what I wanted. That is why I want to do this myself. Okay, now if you are using a steam iron, all you need to do is to just place your iron on top of the stones you have carefully placed on your fabric. You just place your iron. Of course, this is a steam iron, so it is very safe to place it on the fabric. But if you are using a very dry iron, you will need a white cotton fabric that you will constantly wet. Use it to cover the stones before you place your iron on it. Okay, now the liquid from the steam makes it easier for the stone to glue to the fabric, and it leaves it very, very strong. All right, so I'll have to continue this way until I've finished all over the skirt. Okay, I only needed to show you what I have to do. All right. Now you see they are now firmly glued. Okay. Okay, people. So check me out. With the stone added perfectly from top to the hemline. Okay. This is absolutely amazing. All right. All right, my lovely people, thank you so very much for watching to the end. I appreciate you guys a lot. If this tutorial has been helpful to you, please give us thumbs up. Don't forget to also share our videos. Okay, and I would like to drop one piece of advice. You see that thing you are passionate about, you may not have enough resources to start it, but please start with the little you have. I don't have everything I need in this business, but I know someday I'm getting to where I intend to be. So please don't beat yourself up. Just start with the little you have. Help might come along the way. But if you are persistent, I tell you, you will get to your goal. Till we meet in my next tutorial, I love you from the bottom of my heart, and please stay safe. Bye.